Old Musician's Blog, number 92. I'm still working on this theme a little bit about what is it that makes a musician want to go out and play out. It's not just the level of musicianship, because there's many people who practice music a great deal daily and never go, maybe play a little jam a little bit with their friends or something like that, but never really go out to play out and play the gigs. And I wonder what that is that causes that. What set of experiences? For me, I was kind of like the experimental child. They were always sending me off someplace to experience something. And it started off quite early, where we lived in the Bronx in this apartment building. When I was very young, 3, 4, or 5, and they would send me, put me in a taxi there over on Riverside Drive, over near the courthouse and the park, and the taxi would drive me through Harlem all the way to the river, Riverside Drive, where my grandmother lived, and she would be waiting there for me at the where the taxi would drop me off, and she would pay the taxi driver, and then she'd hold my hand, and we'd walk through this. There was kind of like a back entrance to the building where many of the kids played, and it was kind of like almost like a patio that was over a small canyon, but it had all been built over. And you could just see through the railings the canyon underneath. And we'd go up to her apartment, Baba, I called her Baba, and she would make me white toast with unsalted butter and strawberry jam and a Coca-Cola, a small Coca-Cola. And I liked that. And she played the piano quite a bit herself, and had a grand piano there in the living room where I slept on the couch, a green kind of leatherette type couch. And sometimes she would improvise at the piano, and I would sit under the piano quite often and listen to her play and sing. And she was very experimental in how she did that, but partly because she was quite crazy, and at least by normal standards. And whether she had anything to do with this desire to play out and play gigs and experiment by actually doing something, which is kind of at the base of, I think that might be at the base of why I do it, because I like to learn by actually doing something. I don't like to learn about something and then try to apply it later, though you often have to do that also. But I like to actually be in a situation where the learning and the doing is part of the same process.